Good morning, guys. Back again. I'm coming to you with my preview of the game, the Champions League game that's happening tonight. It's with Manchester United versus Young Boys. Um, this game, if you like, is a free hit because we've already qualified for the next round of the Champions League. We've qualified as winners. So it's pretty much a free game. It's Ralph Rangnick's second game in charge. It's a game that's has come at a good time really for him because one, this comes off the back of two games in 3 days where the same starting 11 has been used. So this is a perfect opportunity for Ralph to use different players this time because the game is of no significance to us. But I did like the way he mentioned that the fact that we still want to win the game. Whatever team is picked, the objective is to win, and this is what I've been crying out for as a Manchester United fan. Really, just the attitude of expecting to win every game. There's no language used such as hope or we might. It's no, categorically we expect to win the game, and he'll pick a team accordingly. Now, a lot of the players are going to be rested. I imagine a lot of the players from the last two games will be rested, and it will give an opportunity for players who have been on the sidelines, who have been on the fringes, to be used. We talk about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's ability to manage players, ability to man manage, but he hardly used any of the squad. He had favourites, so regardless of how players conducted themselves in training sessions or conducted themselves when they did come in and took their chances, they were still reverted back to the substitute bench or not even picked in the squad at all, based on the fact that Ali had, as he rephrased it, he had trusted players. He had players that he trusted, that he thought he could trust, and and for me that's another word of saying that those were his favourite players, and he stuck with those no matter whether they played bad, good, or indifferent. So Ralph Ragnick straight away is showing us that it doesn't really matter what it doesn't really matter who you are. If you show me something, then I'm gonna use you. Essentially, if you show good things in training, then I will use you. And that's what it should be. It should be players being picked on meritocracy rather than favoritism. So I'm liking that from Ralph already. You know what? I just want to stop and say that before I go into the preview of how I think the game's gonna go, I just want to stop and say that this manager, I mean, my word, I mean, he's just a stark contrast from what we had previously. Um, he speaks clearly, he speaks concise. He gives the impression that he absolutely understands 100% what he's talking about. You know what I mean? And you can see that he demands respect, he commands respect whenever he's in the press conferences. It just he exudes that respect. You know what I mean? Straight away. I mean, even some of the questions that the reporters are asking, they're asking. They're I think they're kind of falling over themselves not to ask. You know the remedial questions that they used to ask Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. They're seeing more. I think the reins have been let off, and the reporters and the journalists are now able to ask the in depth questions because they'll know they'll get clear, concise, and well thought out answers now. Um, and it just shows when when he speaks about. I think there was a bit in the the press conference for the Young Boys game when he mentioned he got asked about the new staff that he's brought in. Now he mentioned that he brought in a psychologist, and he even even had a little bit of a joke in there as well by saying that um, the person who I brought in as the sports psychologist is not a red sofa. Um, he's not a red sofa psychologist. He's not going to get you on the couch and start expressing your feelings and that kind of therapist. It's not that at all. It's more just your mentality. Um, it's more training the words he uses, training your mind to use the body more effectively. Now, and he went on to say that I can't understand how that's not more present in more football clubs. He says because to him it's imperative that that the mind's right, and he's 100% right. This guy is just a student of the game. He just knows for lack of better words, he gets into the intricacies of the game. You know what I mean? He just he just exudes that confidence. He understands what he wants. He knows what he wants, and he's got he's recruiting the right people to get the best out of these players. You can already see in the week that he's been at the club that he's just formulating. He's just putting the chess pieces. He's just lining them all up, around the football club and around the players for them to be in the right frame of mind. Create the right arena, create the right environment for them to succeed, and that's the best that we can ask for. After what we've endured for the last 3 years, um, I can only sing Ralph's praises so far. I'm not even going to be talking about the performance in the Crystal Palace game too tough, because that speaks for itself. You've seen the first half an hour of the game to see what his influence is on the team already. So it's very clear to me that it's only going to get better from here. Um, his man management skills are there as well, in the fact that he had a player that hasn't even been used really by Oli Too Tough. He's brought in Nemanja Matic, a player who's kind of been on the fringes for the last year or so. He's brought him in. He's had him in the press conference. He's got in answering questions. And for me, I've not really seen. Well, in fact, I've never seen Matic. I've never seen Matic come in a press conference as a captain and answer questions from the media. Now, for me, for me, it's a masterstroke to bring him in, because he's one of the senior players in the squad. They're going to be rotating the squad clearly, and he's given the most senior player the armband. He's not giving the player who he's brought in and 5 minutes straight away given the captaincy to. He's actually thought it out, and he's used his common sense. And he's looked at the character of the player, and he's thought, right, okay, you're my captain today. And that's what we want. We want captains who have big personalities in the changing room, who have a positive influence, who bring a air of seniority as well to the team, and those should be your captains. Not players who have had 4 relegations, in their career. Not players who have just that don't demand respect, and who don't get called a fucking knobhead on the screen, but on the pitch by the younger players in the team. What I mean? What I'm referring to there is Marcus Rashford. You could clearly hear him screaming. I think Harry Maguire said something to Rashford. He was shouting at him, telling him to get into position, and the response he got from Rashford is "fuck off, you knobhead." so I got, what kind of captain is that? That's not your captain at all. Nobody spoke to Roy Keane like that at all, or any other captain at Manchester United for that matter. Nobody. So that just goes to show you that he's not well thought of or respected. For in terms of being the captain of the club. He's only been there for a few years. Marcus Rashford has been there longer than Harry Maguire. So for somebody like that to be your captain, it doesn't really build good man management skills, in my opinion. But yeah, anyway, going on to the game, I think this is just going to be a short one, really, because we already know what Ralph is about to bring, and because it's very clear of what he wants to do on the pitch. I think the only thing that changes is the personnel in the team. He'll bring in players that haven't been playing, like I said before. He'll bring in probably Wan-Bissaka, I heard him mention. He'll bring in Shaw. He did mention Shaw as well, if Shaw is available. He's obviously going to play Matic. I think he'll play Donny van der Beek. He'll start with Greenwood, I feel like. I think if Tony is available, he'll play him from the start as well. Jesse will probably get minutes too. And it gives them an opportunity to stake their claim in the team for the next 6 months. You know what I mean? And he's just, Ralph Rangnick's just set the stage for these players. The heads have popped up now and thought, oh, okay, if I do well, I'm actually going to get an opportunity to play more frequently. If I show my worth in training or in matches where I get the opportunity to play. So that builds morale straight away. So I think he's going to go with the same 4-2-2 formation. With the two holding midfielders, if you like, the two pivots, the two number 10s in front, and then the two strikers up front. I feel like Ronaldo will probably be rested, and I think the game is at 8:00 this evening. And to be honest, even though it's a nothing game, I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing how a different set of players play under Ralph Rangnick, and if they play the same as the players that played on the Sunday, then it will further give me reason to put my faith and trust in this manager. I mean, I already do anyway because I know his track record, but I think it will become apparent to everyone else that we're onto something with this guy. So I think that's all I've got to say about the game against Young Boys, the preview for the game this evening. And like always, if you've got any views, comments, please put them in the section if you like. If you like what I've spoke about, hit the like button. But comments will be good as well. But if you like what I've said, or if you agree with it, great, hit the like button. If you disagree, I want you to share that as well. You know what I mean? All engagement is good engagement at the end of the day. Although I know a little bit about football, I don't know everything. And I don't always see everything. So if you've seen something, please share. I would appreciate that muchly. And guys, take it easy. Have a good day. Make it the most productive day, possible. And I will catch you for the post-match. See you later.